It recently occurred to me that a lot of viewers of this channel hear me say that I'm gonna go build a ladder, or people that don't actually know what I'm referring to, but they must think that I'm like really into woodworking or carpentry, or like there she is with her woodsmanship going to build herself a ladder, like okay weirdo. Well, I thought to myself, perfectly appropriate to this COVID 2020 sucks theme. Boo, this year sucks. Maybe this is the perfect time to not just explain what Build a Ladder is and how it helps me out of miserable situations, but I can also show you what I've been doing to build a ladder. So this might sound a little bit negative at first, but it's not. The concept of Build a Ladder completely accepts the reality that things are gonna suck. That's right. Life is gonna deal you some sucky hands, some unfair things are gonna happen, and you are absolutely gonna have really hard, dark days. But Build a Ladder is all about getting out of that pit. It's like having the escape map to a jail that you've been imprisoned in. It's like waking up from a dream and being like,
you have no power over me, David Bowie.
I'm talking about the labyrinth. There's a part in the labyrinth. Am I talking about literally building a real ladder? No, I'm not. But I mean, hey, you can do that too if you want to. My approach to life, my approach to dealing with feeling upset and being depressed and pushing through difficult times is build a ladder, which means taking life step by step or rung by rung. It means appreciating every little thing you've done along the way, just like you would if you were to like watch a TV show. If you put on your favorite series, you don't start the first episode and then jump to the final season 8 ender and go, I don't understand what's happening. No, you have to appreciate the characters growing, the stuff that they go through, the stuff that they face. Well, we should apply the exact same mentality to ourselves. You can end up with so many little, tiny, itty-bitty, inconsequential wins that it feels like you've had a very positive day despite maybe having a not so great day.
But Martina, how do I even begin to build a ladder when everything around me sucks?
Yes, it's true. Things will suck. It is challenging. I'm not gonna lie. Building a ladder is like any skill. You can't just sit down in front of the piano and be like, I can play the piano. I'm gonna join soccer or football and suddenly I can play with the pros. No, it takes training and it takes practice. And there's a BAL squad and they have been practicing and they have been working at it all the time. The Ball Squad. I'll get back to you on if I like that name or not. That's all those people that I talk about on Instagram that hashtag build a ladder. The Ball Squad can prove to you that if you train every single day, you can squeeze some kind of goodness out of the day. If you sit in that pit of depression, you're not going to get out of it. You cannot get out of your own head. But if you see things in a different way and you appreciate life in a different way, you start to slowly build your way. Only you can do it. You build your way out of this pit. I want to show you what I have been doing. Remember, every single step counts as a win. Surrounding myself by things that I think are pretty and uplifting. Lighting. I love lighting. You ready? Oh. Isn't this amazing? Look at it. It's a galaxy projector. I got this beautiful twinkle wall. I've got a tiny lamp.
Look at how small this lamp is.
You can turn it on and off with a satisfying button push. I have excellent neon lighting that I have affixed using hooks and tapes and glue, and it actually changes to the beat of music. Turning on all the little bits and pieces of lighting makes me really happy. It helps me build a ladder. I have Christmas lights down the hallway that I gotta bend over and plug in. Every single one of these steps, turning on lights and lighting up rooms, always kind of makes me go, when I see it. I'm always like, pretty. And all these things are steps of me pushing myself further out of this pit by adding different rungs to my ladder. My love for miniature items makes me very happy. Now, I won't bore you with all the details, or will I? I don't know what there isn't to love about a miniature item. I mean, look at them. Look at how tiny this spoon is. What is there to not love it? Look at it. Look at how small it is. Just carefully place it like that. For me, it's almost like building little tiny islands or villages. The same way how someone might, collect and build Lego, or have figurines, or have a train set, or playing Animal Crossing. You're kind of like creating and vibing. I like to put that together with my fairy garden and my window ledges. Any part of your laundry room that just looks ugly. You got a boring washroom that you can't do anything with. any old boring window ledge. I try to like scatter them around to bring me little bits of cheer and happiness as I go. Sometimes you feel like you're falling and getting really negative, and then I'll look up and I'll see like a little calcifer with his little,
May all your bacon burn.
and it kind of gives me a laugh. So these are kind of like little things that I'm setting up for myself. You know what it reminds me of? Have you guys ever seen Inception? They have that token that they have to spin or they have to do or whatever that allows them to realize they're in a dream, and it helps them like step out of it.
You have no power over me, David Bowie.
I'm setting up these little positive wins and positive pockets to remind me to cheer me on.
I like to think of all kinds of helpers in our world.
Mr. Rogers, so wholesome. I really enjoy making coffee in the morning. Now, I'm not talking about coffee because I just love to drink coffee. I'm talking about the process of making coffee. There's something I really enjoy about putting on the kettle and you know, grinding the beans. I feel kind of like a scientist or like a wizard of some kind. You know, you're like watching it bubble and you're like, yes, yes, bubble. And then you pour it into another container or drips down onto the grinds that you're using, and they get all bloomy and you can smell it and you're like, it's working. You just kind of feel like you're making something fantastical. And let me tell you, coffee is fantastical. There's no other way to think about it. It gives you the ability to have energy, which is the ability to be powerful. And it also gives you the ability to poop. Being powerful and pooping, all very important things. No one wants to be bunged up, trust. But maybe you're a tea person. Enjoy the process of doing that. Even if it's a crappy morning, you don't enjoy what's happening, or it's cold, or things are stressed out. If it's instant coffee, when you add your milk, when you stir your spoon and you watch it swirl and dissolve, try your best to be enjoying those little tiny moments, like capture them. And those little captures are kind of like keeping you up out of that pit. How super beautiful is this? It's like the perfectly iced pine tree. It looks like it's covered in pine cone sugar, and it's fake. But look at this, it looks like it's covered in meringue. This is the prettiest snowfall I've seen in a bit. So really anything in your life can be a win. Anything can be perceived as like clearing a level. When we play a video game, we are so excited when our characters clear a level, or when we almost defeat something, we're like, oh, we almost got it, or we almost did that. It's enjoyable to watch a character from the beginning grow, become stronger, and defeat something. And that's what we should be doing. We should be the video game character in our life. By focusing on trying to get out of that pit and trying to not be miserable actually makes a win for yourself. So Build a Ladder for me is just a gentle reminder. It means trying your best to help yourself through it by looking at every little thing as a win. You can first start with things like getting out of bed. Getting out of bed is already like taking 2 pieces of wood and being like, I'm gonna get out of here. Walking down the hallway, maybe brushing your teeth, taking a shower, peeing, making coffee, going upstairs, eating food, whatever it is, all of these can count as wins. For somebody who has EDS like me, washing my hair is like exhausting. If I wash my hair, sometimes I feel like I can't do anything for the rest of the day because it's so difficult to lift up shoulders that have dislocated so many times. If I washed my hair, that is a huge deal for the day.
But Martina, how do I even begin to build a ladder when everything around me sucks?
There are days where you will slip off your ladder. You might fall straight down to the bottom of the pit. You might hit 3 rungs on the way down and catch it with your arm and be like, oh my God, I've come so far. I can't believe this day sucks so much. Things are really, really, really bad and there's nowhere else to go but up. And now you already have the escape plan. So you have to just continue to build. And I have one rule of thumb, and that is you are allowed to have a huge pity party for yourself. That's if it's 100% sure that you plan on building a ladder the next day. You can't have a 3-day pity party. Okay, that's a festival and you need a permit for that. It's a 1-day pity party. You don't hurt other people, you're not mean and you're not rude, but you are quiet or you're cranky or you want to crush a little tower of styrofoam cups, or you want to throw a marshmallow at a wall, watch a sad movie, wrap it up in a blanket, feel super miserable, eat a cupcake, do whatever it is to make yourself feel better with the agreed deal to yourself that the next morning you're going to wake up and you're going to start to build that ladder. So how do you build a ladder? Well, you build it 1 rung at a time. I would love to hear in the comment section different ways that you guys have been building your ladders. No one ever really knows how to end these videos. Oh, thank you for those of you that have been supporting the kingkogi.ca shop. That's my new shop. I made this shirt. It's in the shop. I haven't put up like a major Instagram post about it yet, but it should be in the info box below if you want to click over to see it. And you can check out King Kogi, which is my Instagram account for just like artsy fartsy kind of things that I'm doing. See you guys in 2021. Hopefully a less crappy year.